A four-game road trip begins tonight as Southern Maryland looks to hold on to second place in the South Division. Meanwhile, the Aces attempt to make it two straight and even further solidify their dominance over the South. So glad you can join us, Cody Wagner, live from Frank Mann Field in Alexandria, Virginia. The last time these teams met was in this very spot where Alexandria got the better of the Senators in a back-and-forth game which ended 6-5. Davis Rivers put on an absolute masterclass in that ball game, throwing 5 2/3 out of the bullpen, giving up just one run, but it wasn't quite enough for Southern Maryland. Since then, the Aces have gone on to clinch a playoff spot and lead the division by 6.5 games with a 20-10 record. And the Senators have won 2 in a row for the first time this season with a win over the T-Bolts on Sunday. Then they went on to walk it off over Metro South County Monday night. Senators riding momentum into this evening, which is huge for manager Scott Middleton, especially considering the fact that throughout the season they've struggled to build momentum and win 2 in a row. That's really been the big thing that this Southern Maryland team has wanted to do, go on a little bit of a run. And what better time to do so than late in the season? Starting pitcher this evening for the Aces will be Drew Sofield out of Auburn University. Is Sofield didn't pitch this season for the Tigers. Has pitched in 4 games for Alexandria, makes his first start tonight. The 6'3" left-hander. First batter he faces is Logan Tribble. Sets and the pitch. And for strike one at the knees. Tribble will be manning right field for Southern Maryland, batting .294 on the campaign. The 0-1. Bouncer to third. Harity's got it. Throw across the diamond. In time, one away. Gives way to the 2-hole hitter, Rowan Putz, for Southern Maryland. This past weekend on Sunday, Putz walked once in an 0-for-4 showing. First pitch, swinging to second base. Plyler throws to first, 2 down. A quick start to the ballgame for Drew Sofield. Retires the first 2 batters he faces on 3 pitches total. Into the box, Carter Groen, who is perhaps the most dangerous hitter in the entirety of the Cal Ripken League. First pitch, she bounces foul. Sun still high in the sky behind some clouds over left field. Trees the backdrop in left and a parking lot behind the field and right. The 1-0 skied right side will stay in the infield. Maluski calls everyone off, drifts back into fair territory and hauls it in to retire the side. Well, it took just 5 pitches for Drew Sofield to get out of things in the first. He turns it over to his bats on the other side. Mark Lubier will make the start for your Senators. Was set to do so last night, but a game against the Crop Dusters that ended up being canceled due to weather. That was actually the makeup game for the original cancellation back on June 26th. They've rescheduled it, and that will be a doubleheader at the end of the season on July 17th. A quick first inning for the pitching for Alexandria. Gives it to the bats, and Tim Nicholson will lead things off for the Aces. Nicholson plays collegiate ball for George Washington University. Just finished up his junior season for the Patriots. The pitch. Hit hard out to left. Puts with time. Hauls it in for out number one. J.P. Peltier out of Vandalia, Ohio. Attends Wright State University. Has been very solid for this Aces squad, batting .284. Kicks and fires. Lifted high into foul ground. First baseman Kennedy calls him off. 2 away. Well, it's been quick work early for both pitchers. 2 pitches and 2 outs for Lubier. Hands it off to the left-handed hitting Riley DeCandido. Swinging a hot bat recently for the Aces. The pitch is well above the zone. Was 4 for 4 with an RBI and walked once against the Grays earlier in the week. Sets and delivers. Outside, 2-0. Both teams have had off the last 2 nights. It was the All-Star game on Tuesday, the 2-0. Waves and misses. Five players in that All-Star game for Southern Maryland, including the catcher tonight, Nate McHugh, as well as the DH Carter Groen. Kicks and fires, lifted high, left side, and unplayable. Two away in the bottom of the first. Score remains knotted at 0. Kicks and fires. Bouncer to guy at third. He's got time. That throw to first will bring it into the inning. Lubier gets out of things in under 10 pitches. A quick start to the ballgame. 4-5-6 due up for Southern Maryland. 0-0 your score back from Alexandria here at Frank Mann Field. Drew Sofield remains on the bump after retiring 3 Quinn Irons out of George Mason University, where he hit .302 on the year. The pitch misses away. Count even at 2-2. Lubier with a quick first inning. Took just 8 pitches. Sets and deals. High bouncer left side, but foul. It was a good first inning for both starting pitchers. Sofield allowed a number of base runners for Southern Maryland that they were ultimately unable to push across. The 2-2, waved at and missed for strike 3. And how about Mark Lubier? He's had a couple standout starts to this point in the year. The most shining example of that was back on June 13th against the Aces, where he allowed just 1 hit over 5 innings. Didn't give up a single run. Kevin Maluski, the 5-hole hitter. First pitch misses up and in. .330 hitter for Alexandria. 5 home runs on the season as well. Swings through, strike 1. Was a wonderful 3-for-3 at the dish in the meeting with DC earlier in the week. Maluski, perhaps the most dangerous batter on this Aces team. Delivers. Hot shot to third. Guy hauls it in for out number 2. Mark Lubier has been ever efficient to start this ball game. Ethan Plyler up. Walked in a run against DC on Monday despite going hitless in that ball game. Sets and deals. A called strike at the knees on an off-speed pitch. The 0-1 offering. Hit hard to left. Back is Putz. Makes the grab to bring it into the inning. Mark Lubier threw 2 clean. Still yet to surrender a hit. Be back in a moment from Frank Mann. Lineup flips over to begin the third for Southern Maryland. Logan Tribble back up. Grounded out to begin the ball game. Drew Sofield needed just 5 pitches to get through the first inning. Had to work out a trouble in the second. Got Mikey Guy to ground into a double play before striking out P.J. Hughes and leaving the bases loaded for Southern Maryland. Sets and fires. A fastball misses inside to begin the inning. This Sofield's first start on the campaign. Kicks and delivers. Hard hit on the ground left side, just foul. Sofield's last appearance was against the Gaithersburg Giants this past Saturday. Allowed 5 earned runs, was unable to record an out. Kicks and the pitch. Lifted high right side. Maluski into foul territory. Hauls it in for out number 1. Score remains tied at 0 between Alexandria and Southern Maryland. Rowan Putz, the left fielder for your Senators. First pitch to him. A center cut fastball, strike 1. Rowan Putz hitting 158 on the year. The 0-1. Line drive foul. This past weekend, Putz walked once in an 0 for 4 showing. Sofield sets and fires. Bouncer back up the middle. Peltier charging on. Close play at first is in time. 2 away. Into the box, Carter Groen in the DH spot tonight for Southern Maryland. Had an RBI in the All-Star game on Tuesday. Walked twice and singled in the game on Monday night. That one, Southern Maryland walked off over the Braves. First pitch just below the knees. Sofield lets the arm hang before coming set at the belt. The 1-0. Down in the dirt. Easy take for Groen. Sun peeking behind some clouds out and left. Trees the backdrop. In left field and center, a parking lot behind right. Groen wiggles the bat above his right shoulder. The pitch. Called strike in at the belt. Caught the outer half from Sofield. Sets and delivers. Fouled back into the parking lot. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the top of 3. The offering. Off speed in the dirt. Count full to Carter Groen. Points the bat out to center field. The 3-2 is above the zone at the eye level of Groen, and he takes for ball 4. A 7-pitch walk for Carter Groen gives way to Ian Kennedy, who reached on an error by Brendan Harity in the 2nd. Sets, takes a look at first. The pitch, well above the zone. The catcher Nicholson has to leap to make sure it doesn't go to the backstop. Kicks and the pitch. Fouled to the screen. Ian Kennedy has launched 2 home runs on the season for Southern Maryland, a .306 batting average. On Sunday, he recorded hits in his last 2 trips to the plate, finishing his day with a double in the 8th. The 1-1. Lifted straight back and unplayable for the catcher Nicholson. It was an encouraging sign for Kennedy on Sunday, considering he was hitless in 4 trips to the plate on Friday. The 1-2. Lifted well down the right field line. Will be in foul territory. A lot of quality ABs early for the Senators. Sets the 1-2 deal. Bounce back. Kennedy stays alive. First 2 outs of the inning were recorded very quickly for Sofield on the hill, but Sense has run into some trouble. American flag whips in the wind out in center. Kicks and fires. A change in the dirt to even the count. Senators trying to make it 3 straight. It was that win on Monday that gave them back-to-back wins for the first time on the year. Sets and deals. Kennedy fouls it back. What a battle by number 42. Lets the arm hang before he comes set at the belt and delivers. Lifted high and deep to left. Quinn irons on. Makes the grab to retire the side. Groen left on base after he works a walk in the 3rd. 0-0 your score from Frank Mann. You're listening to Senators Baseball. Keep it here. Well, how about Mark Lubier? Still yet to surrender a hit through 2 innings. To the bottom of 3 we go with the 7-hole hitter, Brendan Harity. Plays college ball for Western Michigan. His batting average has improved each year. First pitch, called strike at the belt. Hit nearly 300 with 19 RBIs this year for that Western Michigan club. Bouncer to third. Guy charges on. Throw to Kennedy at first. 1 away. Lubier, no problem pitching to contact early. Just 1 strikeout to this point. But his defense has done great work behind him thus far. In steps the right fielder, Andrew Manning. Hitless in 3 at-bats, walking twice, and also going down on strikes a pair of times against DC. Kicks and fires. An off-speed pitch in for strike 1. Lubier was set to start last night against the Crop Dusters. That game ultimately postponed to July 17th. The 0-1 in the dirt to even up the count. Lubier peers in at his catcher, McHugh. Sets the pitch. A lively fastball just below the knees. Manning rests the bat along his left shoulder. 2-1 pitch. Hot shot right side, gets past the diving glove of Kennedy. Manning stays at first. He slipped for a moment and has to scramble back to the bag, but he's in safely. The first hit of the day for Alexandria. They made some solid contact to this point, but finally break through with a knock off the bat of Andrew Manning. Sam Robertson with his first try. Kicks and deals. Hard hit to left. Putz makes the grab. Throws to first. An absolute strike. And they double off Manning. That'll bring an end to the inning. 9 up, 9 down to begin the ball game for Mark Lubier. Back in a moment from Frank Mann. This one moving with rapid pace. Not even over 45 minutes played and already through 3 innings. Glad to have you along from Frank Mann Field, Cody Wagner, and Alexandria, Virginia. Drew Sofield remains on the bump for the Aces. Has allowed just 1 base hit, stranded 4 base runners for the Senators to this point. That's something they'll look to improve upon as the game goes along. Nate McHugh singled back in the second. First pitch, he fouls back into the screen. McHugh had a pair of singles and was hit by a pitch on Sunday. That was the win over the T-Bolts. Kicks and fires. Well below the zone, McHugh takes a ball and a strike. The 1-1 offering. Hard hit on the ground to Harity at third. He bobbles it. Throw to first will be offline, and McHugh reaches on an error by Harity, his second of the ball game. If you'll remember, it was Ian Kennedy who reached on a Harity error to begin the second. A similar story in the fourth. Mikey Guy trying to improve on what was a double play ball he hit in the second. First pitch foul back. Sun in between clouds beginning to go down in Alexandria. Kicks and fires. Hard hit left side. Peltier over. Throw to second. Will be there to set down McHugh, and it'll officially go down as a fielder's choice for Mikey Guy. He reaches first safely. One away in the top of four. Neither team able to crack the scoreboard. Owen DeShazo walked in his only AB. That was his 8th base on balls on the year. The pitch fouled off. No balls and a strike. DeShazo, long and lanky out in center field, stands 6'6", 205. Sets and delivers. Ball one. Left-hander Sofield peers in at Nicholson's glove. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from number 20, and Mikey Guy will advance 90 feet. DeShazo readjusts his helmet, wipes away some bugs before towing that back line of the box, which has become worn away early in this ball game. The 2-1 offering. Sky down the right field line, but unplayable. Sofield wipes the sweat off his brow on the hill. Looks back at second, kicks and deals. DeShazo tried to check his swing on a pitch above the zone. He went around for strike 3. Up next, Silas Boris, hit by a pitch his last time up. Runner on second for Silas Boris. First offering is well above the zone at the eye level of number 8. 1 ball, no strikes. Leaves the left arm limp before he sets and delivers. Hard hit left side. On the ground, Harity makes the diving stop, gets his feet and fires in time. That'll bring an end to the top of 4. 0-0 it remains. Back in a moment from Frank Mann in Alexandria, Virginia. Top of the order for Alexandria. Loubier has faced 9 batters and has retired them in order to this point. Andrew Manning had a base hit in the 3rd before he was doubled off from a line drive from Robertson out to left. Manning was caught a little too far off of first base. The pitch lifted out of play. Loubier's longest start thus far on the campaign has been 5 innings. A good chance he could surpass that tonight. Comes set and deals. Inside a ball. Nicholson was 1 of 6 with a pair of RBIs earlier in the week against the Grays. Kicks and fires. Grounder to Boris at short. Comes up firing. In time, 1 away.
Now batting for the Aces, shortstop number 28, J.P. Peltier.
Jonathan Peltier will get his second chance up. Popped out to Kennedy in foul territory his first time to the plate. To begin the game, Loubier retired the first 2 batters he faced on just 1 pitch each. First offering, Peltier swings and misses. Sets and deals. At the eye level, Peltier 1-1. Peers in at the glove of McHugh. Kicks, delivers. A beautiful curveball in at the knees. A twist into the zone. Peltier, the 284 hitter on the season. Kicks and fires. Swung through for strike 3. The second punch out of the evening for Mark Loubier.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 25, Riley DiBenedetto.
And boy, has this one flown by. Not even an hour in, and we're nearly through 4 innings. It's 2 away in the bottom of 4. The pitch misses away to Riley DiCandido. Grounded out to third base. Back in the first inning. The 1-0. Up and away. Lubier has filled up the strike zone so far tonight. Still yet to walk a batter. Sets and delivers. Lifted high into foul ground. Guy over. Boris calls him off and makes the grab and foul ground to bring an end to the 4th inning. Mark Lubier threw 4 clean, still yet to allow a run. Just 1 hit given up by 21. Back in a moment in Alexandria. Drew Sofield did his job. Didn't allow a single run to score in 4 innings of work. Especially remarkable when you realize that Sofield made his first start on the year tonight. Gives way to Quinn Yellen on the hill. The sidearm right-hander stands 6'1". Plays college ball for the University of Maryland, and this season for Alexandria has been wonderful. 1-0 record. First pitch to P.J. Hughes to begin the inning. At the knees, strike 1. Hughes went down looking on strikes back in the 2nd. Sets and deals. Foul tip, 0-2. Most recent appearance for Yellen was this past Saturday against Metro South County. Threw an inning and was accredited with the win. The 0-2, a slider that twists just outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Yellen points that left foot out towards left field. And the pitch is outside to even up the count. Sun back behind clouds over left field. Kicks and delivers. 3 straight balls to PJ Hughes. That one a slider outside. Has missed 3 straight in that same spot. The payoff pitch swung through and missed. Strike 3. First batter Yellen faces. He sets down on strikes. Lineup card flips over for Southern Maryland to bring up Logan Tribble. Has made contact both times up, but still yet to record a hit. Yellen pitched against the Senators earlier in the season, way back on June 13th. The pitch to Tribble, an off-speed pitch away. Against the Senators, he allowed 1 earned across 2 innings, struck out 3 batters, sets and deals. Lifted high in the infield. Shortstop Peltier calls for it. 2 down.
Now batting for the Senators, number 3, Rohan Putz.
Rowan Putz has put the baseball on the ground both times he's been up. Ground outs to second and short. First pitch, fouled back and out of play. Putz readjusts his batting glove. Wiggles the bat above his right shoulder. The 0-1 offering. Down in the dirt. Yellen holds the glove over his face as a mask. The 1-1. Lifted high and out of play again. Yellen peers in at the catcher Nicholson. Kicks and delivers. Outside. Count even to Putz. The pitch lifted high out to right center. Manning in time to make the grab and bring an end to the inning.
No hits and none left. It's the middle of the 5th.
Neither team
No score.
has scored to this point. We'll see if Alexandria can do so in the bottom of 5. Back in a moment.
For all your real estate needs in Alexandria, rely on McInerney Associates.
Mark Lubier still yet to surrender a run through 4 innings. Can he keep up his clean sheet in the 5th. Knotted at zeros from Frank Manfield in Alexandria, Virginia. To lead off the inning is the 4-hole hitter Jamie Quinn Irons,
Number 35 out of George Mason.
hitting .335 over his time at George Mason. Just finished up his sophomore year there. On Monday, he was 1 of 4 and hit home run. Lubier sets and fires a center cut fastball to begin the inning. Sets and deals. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Quinn Irons spits on it. A ball and a strike. Lubier curls his glove into his left armpit before coming set at the belt. And the pitch. At the numbers of Quinn Irons, too high, a ball. Sun back behind clouds and left, beginning to set below the tree line. The 2-1 offer. Lifted high to right, but out of play. Quinn Irons is certainly a dangerous power hitter, blasting 13 home runs this year for the George Mason Patriots. Kicks and deals. Fouled off. Quinn Irons battling at the dish. Bottom of the 5th, still scoreless. Senators won 2 straight for the first time this year. Back on Monday, trying to make it 3 in a row. Lifted into left field. That'll get into the left center field gap. Quinn Irons around first and pulls into second with a stand-up double. A big start to the inning for the Aces.
Now batting for the Aces. First
Just the second hit of the game for Alexandria. Up comes Kevin Maluski. Lined out to Guy at third in the second inning. Comes up with a runner on. Lubier sets. Looks back to second. The pitch. Bouncer to third. Throw across the diamond. Down in the dirt. Kennedy has to pick it and is able to do so. 1 away.
Now batting for the Aces. Out of Howard Charleston. Number 40, Ethan Lyler.
Just one pitch to Maluski and able to record an out. Hands it off to Ethan Plyler. Fly out victim his first time to the plate. Walked in a run against DC on Monday. Kicks and delivers. At the Aces logo on Plyler's jersey, a ball too high. A good mix early in the ball game from Lubier, but has really spotted the fastball well. The 1-0. Curveball that twists down into the dirt. Plyler taking. 2 balls, no strikes. Lubier rolls the ball around in his hand before setting at the belt. Kicks and fires. A fastball at the knees for strike 1. Zeros on the scoreboard on both sides. 2-1 to Plyler. Sets. Looks back to second. And the pitch. Hit hard to left. DeShazo over. Hauls it in. 2 away. Throw into the cutoff man. Quinn Irons will decide against tagging up.
Batting out of Western Michigan, the third baseman, Brendan Harry.
In this inning, perhaps the most resistance Lubir has faced to this point. Despite that, has recorded 2 outs since the leadoff double from Quinn Irons. To the 7th spot we go in Brendan Harity. Hitting 206. Fouls off the first pitch into the parking lot. Grounded out to Guy back in the 3rd. A right-handed hitter wiggles the bat above the right shoulder. Hit hard to right field. Over is Tribble, who makes the grab. Lubir hyped up. Still yet to allow a run through 5 innings. Boy, has he been good tonight. Back in a moment from Frank Mann. 0-0 your score. Still knotted at 0 from Frank Mann Field. Glad you can join us on what is a beautiful Thursday evening in Alexandria, Virginia. Sun setting down below the trees out in left field. And we have moved at a furious pace. Just an hour and 15 minutes in, but through 5 innings. First pitch to Groen. Below the knees, ball 1. Quinn Yellen remains on the hill for the Aces. Longest appearance so far this year has been 2 innings. The 1-0 misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitter friendly count to number 23. Roller to 3rd. Harity comes up firing. 1 gone.
Now batting the first baseman, number 42, Ian Kennedy.
This one has become a pitcher's duel indeed. Sofield went 4 innings, allowed just 1 hit. Left 5 runners stranded for the Senators, not allowing a single run. Swing and a miss at the first pitch to Ian Kennedy. Reached on an air back in the 2nd. Flew out to center in the 3rd inning. Sets and fires. Lifted high. Plyler. Called off by the shortstop Peltier. Who makes the grab? 2 gone. An efficient start to the inning for Quinn Yellen.
Now batting for the Senators, catcher number 15, Nate McHugh.
Brings up the 5-hole guy. Your catcher, Nate McHugh, was in the All-Star game back on Tuesday. One of the representations that Southern Maryland sent to that All-Star game. 5 guys in total went from the Senators, that including Groen, McHugh, as well on the hitting side as Nathan Brewer. He is not in the lineup tonight. On the pitching side, it was Davis Rivers and Matt Hoover. First pitch was fouled off, the 0-1. Bounce towards the third base dugout. 0-2 to McHugh. Singled in the second. The sole hit on the day for the Senators came off the bat of McHugh. High chopper, left side. Harity plays it. Throw to first. We'll bring an end to the inning. Still scoreless in Alexandria. Will either side give in? Back in a moment from Frank Mann Field. Through 5.5 in Alexandria, and still neither team has scored. Mark Lubier remains on the hill for Scott Middleton and the Senators. Boy, has he been efficient through 5. To lead off the bottom of 6 for the Aces is one of the 2 players to record a hit in this ballgame, Andrew Manning. Quinn Irons led off the 5th with a double, but Lubier was able to retire the next 3 in a row. Kicks and delivers. A changeup outside for ball 1. Lubier comes set at the belt and fires. Fastball at the chin of Manning. Senators really trying to solidify their spot in the South Division of the Cal Ripken League. The 2-0 offering. And at the knees for strike 1. The Aces have already clinched their playoff spot, and in fact, the division they will host in the playoffs. The 2-1. A wave and a miss. Senators a half game ahead of the DC Grays, record at 13-16, and a game and a half ahead of Metro South County. Sets and deals. Swings and misses down in the dirt. McHugh lays on the tag. 1 gone.
Now batting for
Mark Lubier has been absolutely brilliant tonight. Sun being blocked out by the trees and left. American flag stands calm out in center field. The wind has died down. The first pitch at the knees, called strike one. Lawn chairs set up in the outfield. Fans tensely watching on. The 0-1. Hot shot back up the middle will get through for a base knock. Sam Robertson reaches on a one-out single.
Now batting for the Aces, catcher number 13, Tim Nicholson.
One gone in the bottom of 6. Runner on first. Sends us back to the leadoff spot in Tim Nicholson. Flew out to left his first time up and grounded out to short in the 4th. Kicks and deals. At the lettering on the front of the jersey of Nicholson, a ball high. Sets, looks over at first. We'll check on the runner. Diving back safely is Robertson. Robertson has stole 14 bags on the year. The 1-0, runner goes. Pitch in at the knees. McHugh fumbles with the ball. No throw. Robertson advances 90 feet. That takes away the double play for Southern Maryland. Lubier had no problem working with Quinn Irons aboard second base in the 5th. Sets the pitch. Off speed in the dirt. McHugh keeps it in front. Nicholson rests the bat vertically along his right shoulder. Squares the bunt. Pitch misses high. Three and one to the catcher, Nicholson. Senators. A huge game for them tonight. A win goes a long way. The 3-1 offering. Bouncer to Morris at short. Throw to first. In time. 2 gone. Jonathan Peltier trying to race an 0 for 2 day. And if he can get a hit here, that'll score Sam Robertson from third. A big moment in the bottom of 6. First pitch, well above the zone, ball 1. Lubier still yet to walk a batter to this point. Boy, has he been good tonight. Has a runner just 90 feet away. The pitch misses below the zone. McHugh keeps it out of the dirt. Lubier sets and deals. Just outside. Hitter-friendly count to Peltier. Came into the game late as a pinch runner in the win on Monday. Kicks and fires. Ball below the zone. He walked him.
Now batting for the Aces,
the first base on balls tonight. And Scott Middleton will go have a chat with the starter, Lubier. Runners at the corners for Alexandria. Back in a moment from Frank Mann Field. You won't want to miss this. Keep it here. Lubier will remain in the ball game. First and third for the Aces. Trying to work out of trouble is number 21. One bouncer to Hughes at short. Rather at second. Throw on to first. And it took just one pitch to retire DeCandido. Lubier through 6 innings scoreless. Still 0-0 in Alexandria. Neither team able to get on the board yet. You're listening to Senators Baseball. Quinn Yellen set to make his longest appearance on the year. In for his third inning of work. To lead off the inning is Mikey Guy.
Now batting for the Senators.
0 for 2 to this point. Reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. Grounded into that double play back in the second. Versus the Braves on Sunday, he went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Rather, that was the game on Monday. First pitch below the zone, a ball. Senators look to make it 3 straight this evening. Sets and deals. A slider away. Guy was unbelievable on Sunday against the T-Bolts. 3 of 4 while hitting home 2 runs. The 2-0 offering. Foul back to the screen. Zero it remains from Frank Mann. Top of the 7th inning. Sets and fires. Lifted high to shallow right. Converging are the defenders. Lost it in foul ground. Neither player able to make the grab. So that evens the count to 22. Yellen steps back out onto the hill. Sets and delivers. Guy spits on a nice off-speed pitch. The payoff pitch. Fought off. Guy keeps the count right where it is. Sets and the pitch. Lifted into the parking lot. Yellen rubs the new ball around in his hands. Kicks and deals. Lifted to left, and that'll get down for a base knock. Guy holds up at first, and he's on with a leadoff single. Gives way to Owen DeShazo, who's walked and struck out thus far.
Number 12, Owen DeShazo.
0-0. Who will be the first to crack into the scoring column tonight? Top of the 7th, runner aboard first is Guy. The pitch inside to DeShazo. Guy, not too much of a threat over at first. Just 2 stolen bases on the year. The 1-0. A fastball just up. Nicholson will call time and go have a chat with the sidearm pitcher. Having a little bit of difficulty to find the zone. Yellen shaking out his arm. Throws the ball into his glove before leaving it behind his back. Puts the glove up above his face so as to use it as a mask. Shakes off his catcher before nodding in approval. Kicks and delivers. A beautiful pitch at the knees. Strike 1. DeShazo, the tallest player on the Senators Ball Club, stands 6'6". Kicks and deals. Runner goes. Hit hard right side, and that'll get through the big hole. DeShazo rounds first and heads for second. They'll hold Guy at third. Throw comes in, cut off by Maluski. Second and third. An Owen DeShazo double has created some trouble in the 7th. Silas Boris coming up as they'll come out and chat with Quinn Yellen. Back in a moment from Frank Mann Field. Second and third for Southern Maryland. Score remains knotted at 0. Silas Boris up in a big spot. 2 guys on, second and third for the Senators. Scott Middleton gives Mikey Guy instruction over at third. All of a sudden, Tim Nicholson having to go have a quick chat with Quinn Yellen. Miscommunication. Trying to decide what pitch they were going with. Boris was hit by a pitch in the second. Grounded out in the 4th. Infield in. Sets and delivers. Down and away. Yellen heavily relying upon the slider at this juncture. Holds the glove over his face. Sets at the belts. The pitch. Off speed in the dirt. Really struggling to find the zone. And you really can't afford to leave pitches over the plate to this strong Senators lineup. The 2-0. Swung through a miss. Strike one. Yellen kicks and deals. A fastball just below the knees of Silas Boris. Hitter-friendly count. 2 guys on. Top of the 7th inning, still scoreless in Alexandria. Infield in. The 3-1. Outside for ball 4. Boris with a 5-pitch walk to bring up the 9-hole hitter, P.J. Hughes.
Now batting for the Senators, number 1, P.J. Hughes.
In with a chance to erase a hitless night. He's struck out both times he's been up. Scott Middleton comes over, trying to instill some confidence into the second baseman. Pats his shoulder as both guys go their way. Middleton back to the third base coaching box. And Hughes steps to the plate. Stands right in the middle of the box. Yellen sets. The pitch. Down and away. Nicholson speaking to his pitcher, Yellen, saying right here. Really wants him to fill up the zone. Sets and fires. A wave and a miss. A ball and a strike. A tense moment in this ball game. Both teams yet to score. Bottom of 7. Bases loaded for your Senators. The 1-1. An off-speed pitch in for strike 2. Corners in, trying to cut down the run at home. Middle of the infield will play for a double play. The pitch. Bouncer to third. Throw home is in time. Nicholson throws to first. And it's there as well. A double play ball. And all of a sudden, 2 down. A big moment for Yellen.
Batting for the Senators, number 2, Logan Tribble.
And that'll quickly instill some confidence into Quinn Yellen on the bump. Logan Tribble with another shot. 0 for 3. The pitch lifted high in the infield. Harity calls off everyone. Makes the grab. Yellen able to get out of a bases loaded jam. And we remain scoreless from Frank Mann. Boy, has this been a heck of a game. You aren't going to want to miss the conclusion of this one. Keep it here. You're listening to Senators Baseball. Wind beginning to pick up, blowing straight in from center field. And remaining on the hill is Mark Lubier to make his longest start of the season. To this point, it had been 5 innings, already through 6, and gets the nod from Scott Middleton to begin the 7th. The 4-hole hitter Jamie Quinn irons up. Doubled in the 5th inning. First pitch inside a ball. Lubier sets the 1-0 offering. Inside. Lubier stretches out his arm before hanging it down near his right thigh. Sets at the belts. Delivers. Foul back to the screen. 2 balls, 1 strike. What a battle it's been this evening between these two squads. Still scoreless through 6.5. Kicks the pitch. On the inner half of the zone, called strike 2. Quinn Irons readjusts the helmet on his head. Lubier shakes off the pitch requested by McHugh before nodding in approval. Sets and fires. Lifted to shallow center on his DeShazo. Hauls it in for out number 1. A good start to the inning for number 21, who retires the first batter he faces.
The first baseman on the season hall, number 23, Kevin Maluski.
Kevin Maluski, 0 for 2 so far. Is both lined out and grounded out to Mikey Guy at third. The pitch fouled straight back. Lubier has walked just 1 batter so far this evening. That's really been the storyline tonight from him, and what's been a magnificent start. Kicks and deals. Outside. Sets and fires the 1-1. A wave and a miss. Lively fastball out of the hand of Lubier, who's still pumping heat late into this one. 1-2 offering. Pop foul. Lubier holds the glove in his left armpit before setting at the belts and deals. At the shins of Maluski, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Approves of the pitch requested by McHugh. Sets and deals. Lifted out of play. Maluski fighting at the plate. Still scoreless in the bottom of 7. The 2-2. Just inside. Count runs full. Maluski has made some solid contact to this point. The payoff pitch. Maluski battles it off. Last time Maluski played was on Monday against the Grays. And the Alexandria win was 3 for 3, and that ball game was really wonderful for Alexandria. Kicks and fires, bounce foul. Not good for the pitch count for Mark Lubier, but continues to fill up the zone. Bullpen well ready to relieve him when needed. The 3-2 deal. Hit hard left side through the hole. Maluski with a single. And he's feeling good aboard first base.
Now batting for the Aces out of College of Charleston, number 40, Ethan Plyler.
To the dish, Ethan Plyler has flown out twice. Takes a long stare at his bat. A deep breath in. Leans back before looking at the pitcher, Mark Lubier. The pitch crushed deep to left field, and that ain't coming back. A 2-run shot off the bat of Ethan Plyler breaks open the scoring in the bottom of 7. And the Aces are the first to strike. It took a while, but a great at-bat from Kevin Maluski. And then a rope from Ethan Plyler puts Alexandria on top. McHugh will go have a talk with Lubier on the hill. Give a fist bump before 15 makes his way back behind the plate. Brendan Harity up. 0 for 2 to this point in the ball game. Trying to ride the momentum of the Ethan Plyler home run. A curveball just below the knees. The 1-0. Swings through strike one. It's certainly disappointing to think that if Lubier is removed after this inning, a loss could potentially sit on his record. But boy, he's just been wonderful this evening. The 1-1. Cuts and misses. Harity, the 206 batter on the year. Trying to keep things rolling in Alexandria. Bouncer to short. Boris charges on. Throw to first. Just in time. 2 away.
Now batting the right fielder out of Navy, number 42, Andrew Manning.
To the plate is Andrew Manning. Singled in the 3rd. Struck out last inning. In the 6th, Lubier left 2 stranded. Big homer from Ethan Plyler has got your score 2-0. First pitch, swinging, chopper to second base. PJ Hughes with the routine play to retire the side. Well, an Ethan Plyler home run opens things up in the scoring column. Into the top of the 8th we go. 2-0 your score. Aces lead it. Ray Zhang into the ballgame for Alexandria. Drew Sofield got the start. Went 4 scoreless, giving up just 1 hit. Yellen answered the call in the 5th. Went 3 and didn't allow a run himself. Gave up 2 hits. 2-0 the score in favor of the Aces. Zhang's first pitch misses above the zone to Rowan Putz. 0 for 3 today, but has made contact in every trip to the dish. A 1-0 is outside. Zhang has made just 3 appearances, giving up 4 runs across 2 2/3. Sets and deals. Above the zone, 3-0. Zhang, not an ideal start to his day. The 3-0 offering. In for a strike. Center cut fastball. The sky, a beautiful orange from the setting sun. Kicks and delivers. Below the zone. And Putz works a 5-pitch walk to begin the inning. Carter Groen reached on balls back in the 3rd. Has flown out and grounded out his other 2 times up. A power bat in the Southern Maryland lineup. Kicks and deals. A curveball below the zone. 1-0. The pitch, runner goes, misses inside, throw to second, will get away. Advancing to 3rd is Putz, and he's in safely. Rowan Putz advances from 1st to 3rd on an errant throw by the catcher Nicholson, and a 2-0 count to Groen. A deep fly will score Putz from 3rd. The 2-0 is up above the head of Groen. Has to duck out of the way. Kicks and deals. Lifted back in the parking lot. 3 balls and a strike. Lights come on at Frank Mann Field. Groen rests his back foot along that faded white line. The 3-1 bounce left side into foul territory. Zhang beginning to fill up the zone. Sets. Pearson is catcher, the payoff pitch. Outside. Groen works a base on balls. 1st and 3rd for Southern Maryland. Zhang walks the first 2 batters he faces,
Again, the winning ticket
which
for
brings up
Thursday
Ian Kennedy.
is 152-7335. That is
0 for 3 and reached on an error in the 2nd. Nicholson
report to the press box.
puts his hand on the shoulder of Zhang before walking back to his catching spot behind home plate. A big spot for Ian Kennedy. Zhang looks at first. The pitch at the eye level. An easy take for the power hitter Kennedy. Sets at the belts. The 1-0 will run in and hit him. Nate McHugh with a chance to do damage at the plate. Bases loaded for the catcher. Coach Chris Bursett will come have a chat with his man, Ray Zhang. We'll be back in a moment from Frank Mann Field as Zhang comes out of the ballgame. Bases loaded for Southern Maryland. No outs. They trail 2-0, and a big opportunity on the other side for Nate McHugh. One of the most reliable options in out of the Aces bullpen is Jesse Spector. A 3 ERA, 2-1 record on the season, has pitched in 12 games, throwing 15 innings. Pitched in the game on Monday against the Grays. Was accredited with the win, throwing 2 innings of shutout ball. Walked 2 batters. First pitch to McHugh. A fastball inside. Spector with really no room for error in this one. 2-0 the score in favor of the Aces, but bases loaded for your Senators. The 1-0 in at the knees runs the count even. No outs in the top of the 8th. Spector peers in at his catcher Nicholson. Sets at the numbers. The pitch. McHugh tried to hold up. They'll say he went around. Spector sets and delivers. A wave and a miss for strike 3. McHugh hands off information to Mikey Guy, who comes up to the plate. Singled in the 7th. Reached on the fielder's choice back in the 4th. Bases loaded for the third baseman. Came up through this Southern Maryland Senators organization and is in a big spot tonight. Fouls the first pitch back. A welcome change is Spector for Alexandria, who has filled up the zone. The 0-1 offering. Foul back. 0-2. Spector has missed the zone just once since he's come into the ballgame. Sets the pitch. Lifted high to left. Back on it is Robertson. Quinn Irons calls him off. Coming home to score is Rowan Putz, and he'll be in safely. That cuts the lead down to 1. Senators take the goose egg off the scoreboard with a sacrifice fly from Mikey Guy. Owen DeShazo doubled last inning. Was ultimately left stranded at second base. 2 away in the top of the 8th inning. First and second for the Senators. First pitch, a ball inside. Shazo readjusts the helmet once and twice. Holds the bat vertically. Kicks and fires. A lively fastball that's in at the knees to run the count even. Kennedy at first. Growing at second. Sets and deals. Pitch just below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. DeShazo batting just below 300. Growing goes. Pitch below the zone. No throw down to third. And he advances. Just 90 feet away is the DH Growing. DeShazo with the chance to knock him home. Hitter-friendly count. Chopper left side, but foul. Nicholson comes out from his position behind home plate to announce a sign to his teammates. First and third for the Senators. With 2 outs, Kennedy will be going on the pitch. The payoff pitch. Line drive into left will get through the hole. Scoring from third is Carter Growing. We got ourselves a tied ball game in Alexandria. How about it? Southern Maryland Senators respond to a big bottom of 7 from Alexandria. 2-2 your score from Frank Mann. Owen DeShazo coming through in the big time. Two runners on for Silas Boris. Swings through the first pitch. Has walked and been hit by a pitch so far in the ballgame. A long look back at second base before Spector releases the 0-1. Cut on and miss. No balls, 2 strikes. The sky lit up by a beautiful orange from the setting sun. The 0-2 called, strike 3 on the outer half. Sets down Boris looking, but not before. Southern Maryland ties it up at 2. We got ourselves a ball game, folks. Keep it here. You're listening to Senators Baseball. 2-2 your score. Wind picking up from Frank Mann and blowing straight in from center field. Onto the hill is Alex Angelitis. We can officially close the book on Mark Lubier's day, who was absolutely brilliant on the hill. Allowed just 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 innings of work. Roped foul by the leadoff hitter this inning, Sam Robertson, in the 9-hole tonight for Alexandria. Singled last time he was up. The 0-1 inside. Last time Angelitis pitched was last Friday against the Crop Dusters, where he threw 2 innings, allowed just 1 hit, struck out 2 batters. Sets and fires. Behind the batter, Robertson. 2 balls and a strike. Sky, a beautiful orange, lit up by the setting sun. Lights shine down on Frank Mann. The 2-1. Bouncer to third. Guy charges it. Throw to first. In time, 1 away. A good start to the outing for Angelitis. Retires the first batter he faces. Back to the top of the order in Tim Nicholson. 0 for 3 on the night thus far. Nate McHugh having a quick chat with Alex Angelitis. Umpire jotting down in his notes. Angelitis sets and fires. Bunted down the third base line. Pitcher plays it and throw is offline. They'll send Nicholson to second. And corralling it out in right field is Tribble. Nicholson in safely. An errant throw from Angelitis sends Nicholson to second base. Likely would have been safe anyway. Nicholson was hustling down the line. The 5'9" right-hander will try to get right back on track against Peltier. Fastball inside at the belt level of Peltier. Ball 1. Walked back in the 6th to Peltier. A 1-0 is below the zone. A beautiful night in Alexandria. 2-2 the score. Couldn't ask for much better of a ball game. Sets and fires. Down and in. Angelitis takes the cap off his head before placing it back. Toes the rubber. Smack dab in the center. Looks out at second. Throw back there. Having to dive is Nicholson. He's back safely. Sets at the numbers. The pitch. Center cut fastball. Called strike 1. Really got to give it up for Mark Lubier, and a huge luxury this late in the season for Scott Middleton to have that good of a start. This is the first bullpen arm used tonight for the manager Middleton. The 3-1. Liner left side. Hooks just foul. Would have been trouble but the count runs full. Peltier looking to improve upon an 0 for 2 night. A look back to second. The payoff pitch. Lifted high to shallow left center. DeShazo calling for it. Catch made. 2 away. In comes Riley DeCandido.
The designated hitter, number 25, Riley DeCandido.
Peltier passes off information to the left-handed hitter. In the DH spot tonight is DeCandido. That's his left foot set right on that back line that has become faded throughout the ballgame. Slaps the first pitch foul in the opposite direction. Angeles lets the right arm limp before coming set. The pitch lifted high, left field. The shortstop Boris over to it. Hauls it in to retire the side. Angelitis able to leave one stranded in the 8th inning. 2-2 remains the score from Alexandria. Back in a moment from Frank Mann. Senators trying to take the lead. Changes in the lineup for Scott Middleton coming. Ty Smolinski up to lead off the inning. Into the ballgame for PJ Hughes. Swinging in the on-deck circle is Nathan Brewer, who will enter the ballgame for Logan Tribble. Pulling out all the stops to try and win this ballgame in Alexandria. Senators rolling as of recent. They've won the last 2, trying to make it 3 straight tonight. Middleton bringing 2 left-handed hitters into the ballgame against the right-handed throwing Jesse Spector. Spector able to leave 2 stranded last inning. First pitch to Smolinski misses down and away. Batting .217 on the year. Kicks and fires. Fouled straight back. Smolinski right on it. Those 2 runs last inning for Southern Maryland are credited to Ray Zhang. Was unable to record an out. Spector able to limit the damage. Lifted to left field, right down the line, and hooks foul. Robertson was on his horse to try and play it, but I'm unable to get there in time. Top of the 9th, 2-2 your score. A ball and 2 strikes to Ty Smolinski. Spector sets at the numbers and delivers. Down in the dirt. Smolinski just finished up his time in high school this spring, set to attend Kansas State in the fall. The 2-2. An off-speed pitch below the zone, count full. Smolinski has really developed throughout this summer, improved at the plate, improved fielding. It's been welcome to see for Scott Middleton. The payoff pitch, and he's able to work a 7-pitch walk. A great start to the inning for the Senators. Brings up Nathan Brewer. What a time to bring in the All-Star. .353 batting average, leads the team in that category. Hit a homer and a walk-off double in extras on Monday. Has been so hot recently, reaching base in 9 of his last 11 plate appearances. Kicks and deals. A strike and at the belt. Brewer has just been unbelievable recently for the Senators. The 0-1. In the dirt, a ball and a strike. Has really been part of the spark plug on this team recently. Kicks and delivers. A wave and a miss. Strike 2. This team as of recent has really started to gel and come together and believe in their winning opportunities, especially with these back-to-back wins. Brewer slaps one foul. That was kind of getting the monkey off their back a little bit. That was the big thing this team was trying to accomplish, was just to get 2 straight. They've been able to do it. Going for 3 in a row tonight. Ball game tied at 2. A 1-2 pitch, bounce foul. Neither team willing to give in from Frank Mann Field. A battle between the top 2 teams in the South Division. Rowan puts in the on-deck circle. Sets and deals. Brewer fights it off. Having a heck of an at-bat at the moment. Giving his teammates a chance to see some more pitches out of the arm of Jesse Spector. 2 runs in the bottom of 7 for Alexandria, 2 in the top of 8 for Southern Maryland has us tied. A wave and a miss. It's strike 3. Brewer fought valiantly at the plate, but goes down swinging. Rowan Potts with his 5th plate appearance here. Walked in the 8th. 0 for 3 thus far. Sets the pitch. Fastball catches the inner half of the zone. No balls and a strike. Potts readjusts the helmet on his head. Wiggles the bat above his right shoulder. Runner goes. The pitch misses. They got him at second. A beautiful play by Plyler to apply the tag. The throw was a little high and off the line. Smolinski tried to slide under it, but an acrobatic play for the second out of the inning. 0-2 to Potts. 2 away in the ninth. Sets and deals. Change up below the zone. The pitch. And at the knees, evens up the count. Apologies, 2-2 now. Kicks and fires. Fought off by Potts. Trying to extend this inning. Potts has shown the ability to walk throughout the year. 4 to this point. The 2-2. Check the swing. They'll make an appeal down to first. He held up. Count full to the left fielder. Likely will switch in the outfield and play right field with Nathan Brewer coming in the ballgame. The payoff pitch. Hard on the ground to short. Peltier comes up firing. Throw in time. That'll retire the side.
No runs on no hits and none left. Middle of the ninth.
Ball game tied at 2. Headed into the bottom of the ninth. Alexandria will try to walk it off. Back in a moment from Frank Mann. Jamie Quinn Irons in to lead off the bottom of 9. New pitcher for your Senators. Angelitis threw just 1 scoreless. Left a runner stranded. The first pitch. Checks the swing. They'll say he held up. Luke Trout has made 6 appearances and 0-2 record. Most recently pitched against the Grays on July 6th. The 1-0 called strike one at the knees. An off-speed pitch from Luke Trout. Kicks and fires. A wave and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. Trout with the ability to provide length. So if we head to extras, he'll be able to keep going in this one most likely. The 1-2. Foul tipped for strike number 3. And Luke Trout begins the inning with a punch out. Kevin Maluski, 1 for 3 on the night. Singled in the 7th. The wind, the pitch. Down in the dirt, bounce before the plate for ball 1. All tied up at 2. Sun has well set behind the trees. The 1-0 is in the dirt. Orange still filling the sky. Beginning to get pretty dark at Frank Mann. The pitch fouled straight back. 2 balls and a strike. American flag blowing out in center field. Kicks and fires. Lifted deep to right, but Putz will be underneath it and make the grab to Gant. Tribble was out and right. They make the hitting change. Brewer goes to left field, and they switch Putz out to right. Smolinski in at second base for P.J. Hughes. And up is Ethan Plyler, who homered in the 8th. The pitch, rather back in the 7th. Apologies. And at the knees, strike 1. 2 away in the 9th. The 0-1 down in the dirt. McHugh able to scoop it up. Out of the windup with no runners on. Kicks and delivers. Lifted high right side, but out of play. One, two, fouled off. Plyler battling in the count. Has made contact in all 3 ABs so far. Winds and deals in the dirt. Ball 2. Trout trying to give his guys an opportunity in the 10th. The 2-2 is down and away. Trout starting to lose hold of Plyler. Number 40. The second baseman tries to extend the inning. The payoff pitch. Bounce towards the third base dugout. Stays alive in the count. Lights shine brightly at Frank Mann Field. Light quickly disappearing. Winds and deals. Broken bat back up the middle. We'll get through. And the splintered wood will be enough for a base knock from Ethan Plyler. That extends the inning. Up comes Brendan Harity. An 0 for 3 ball game thus far. A big chance in the bottom of 9. Luke Trout allows the 2-out base hit. Out of the stretch as Plyler leads off first. The pitch. Off speed down in the dirt. Harity readjusts his pants before wiggling the bat above his right shoulder. The 1-0 offering. Hits off the plate, bounces to the backstop. And advancing 90 feet is Ethan Plyler, 2-0. McHugh really had no chance to block that one. Hit off the front of home plate and bounced way up high on the screen. Nearly was out of play. Was to the curved part of the backstop. Sets, look back at second, and fires. Fouled off right side. 2 balls and a strike. Plyler in scoring position. A runner on second for Brendan Harity. 2-1 count, 2 away in the bottom of the 9th inning. All knotted up, 2-2. The pitch, and at the knees, a lively fastball from Luke Trout in the zone. Count even. Kicks and fires. In the dirt, McHugh blocks it. And rarely does a pitch get past Nate McHugh if he's got the chance to block it. Does exactly so there. And before this big moment, our home plate umpire will wipe off the plate. 3-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. The situations you dream up in your backyard as a kid. The payoff pitch. Fought off foul. You could not ask for a better ball game this evening. Low scoring, but has been intriguing throughout. The opportunities you always dream up. The 3-2 will run in and hit Harity, and he's aboard first. Scott Middleton out of the dugout, and he'll make the point to the bullpen. That'll be the day for Luke Trout. Was able to retire 2 batters. First and second. We'll announce the new pitcher in a moment. Tied at 2, first and second for the batter Andrew Manning, with a chance to drive home a run and walk it off. But the Senators trying to force extra innings as Waylon Sebrin will come into the ballgame. 2-2 our score, bottom of the 9th inning. Moments like these is what makes the game. 2-2 your score, bottom of the 9th inning, 2 outs, and on comes Waylon Sebrin in a big spot for your Senators. Andrew Manning to the plate, 2 runners on. Sebrin has made just 1 appearance. The first pitch. Up and away, ball 1. That was a save against the T-Bolts earlier in the week on Sunday. The 1-0 offering. Slapped foul. Sebrin allowed 1 run in that ball game off a homer. That was just his 2nd day in town. Has gotten a little more time to become acclimated to things in Southern Maryland before coming on for his 2nd appearance of the year. The 1-1. Off-speed pitch a little high. 2 balls and a strike. Manning, 1 for 3 on the evening. Singled in the 3rd. Sets at the belts and fires. A wave and a miss, strike 2. Bottom of the 9th, knotted up at 2. 2 away in the inning. Sebrin lets the right arm hang before he sets and brings his arms down to the belt. The 2-2 offering well above the zone. Count full. 3-2, 2 away, bottom of 9. Alexandria fans getting into it. Look back at second, the payoff pitch. Swung through a miss, he struck him out. Able to get out of trouble is Waylon Sebrin. That sends us to extras. The 2nd time in as many games for Southern Maryland, who tries to extend it to 3 straight. Back in a moment from Frank Manfield. To the 10th we go. New pitcher onto the hill for Alexandria is William Crochet. Has pitched in 11 games, 2-0 record, 2.03 ERA. He has been wonderful for the Aces. Last pitched on Monday against the Grays. First batter he faces is Carter Groen. A wave and a miss, it's strike 1. Groen comes in 0 for 2 on the night. Has walked a pair of times. Crochet sets up high before coming down to the belt, so a wave and a miss, it's strike 2. Groen going after pitches early in the AB. Kicks and deals. Swings through strike 3. A great start to the outing for Crochet, who sets down the first batter he faces.
Now batting for the Senators, number 42, Ian Kennedy.
The tall left-hander stands 6'6". And up comes the power bat of Ian Kennedy. The pitch, down and away. Corners of the infield guarding the lines, trying not to allow any doubles. The 1-0 swung through a mist. A ball on a strike. Sets and delivers. Fouled straight back. Kennedy right on it. Was hit by a pitch last time he was up in the 8th. Crochet lets the arm dangle as he bends down and peers in towards the plate. The 1-2 in the dirt. Count even. Alexandria already clinched a playoff spot. Senators, a win tonight goes a big way. The 2-2. Got on a miss. He struck him out. The second of the inning for William Crochet. Sets down Ian Kennedy. Crochet with really lively stuff on the bump. The 5-hole hitter Nate McHugh singled in the second. Points his bat out towards center before moving it above his right shoulder. A wave and a miss, strike 1. Kicks and fires. Foul back, 0-2. Crochet efficient to this point in the inning. Struck out the first 2 batters he faced. Sets and deals. Swings through strike 3. William Crochet sets him down in order 1, 2, 3. All on punch outs. We remain tied at 2. Head into the bottom of 10 in a moment.
No runs on no hits.
The Senators had not seen extra innings all year. And all of a sudden, it's 2 straight ball games. On Monday, they pulled out the victory in the 10th over Metro South County. And Waylon Sebern remains on the hill to try to keep the score right where it is. Finished out the 9th, coming into the ball game for Luke Trout. Sets the belts and deals. A fastball at the chin of Robertson. 1 of 3, singled in the 6th. Kicks and delivers. A beautiful off-speed pitch. Misses the zone. 2-0. Tied at 2 as they duel it out at Frank Mann. The 2-0 misses. Fastball, though, is outside. Sets and deals. A heater inside for ball 4. 4-pitch walk worked by Sam Robertson. Lineup flips over to Tim Nicholson, who's 0 for 4 so far. Reached on an error his last time up. That was where he laid down a bunt. Alex Angelides had to come off the mound. It was a tough play. Nicholson likely would have been safe regardless, and squares the bunt again. Fouls it back. And how about the start from Mark Lupier tonight? Certainly benefits the Senators as we get later and later into this ball game. Gave them luxury to throw Alex Angelides just an inning. Lays down the bunt. Severin will field it, throw to first. 1 away. Advancing 90 feet is Sam Robertson. J.P. Peltier up in a big spot. Has Robertson in scoring position. Trying to erase an 0 for 3 ball game. Has walked once. The pitch, skied foul. Bottom of the 10th inning, runner aboard second for the Aces. 1 away. 2-2 the score. Severin takes a look out at the runner. He goes. McHugh fumbles it, and in safely is Sam Robertson. Pitch missed inside as well. A ball and a strike. A fly ball deep will score Robertson. Infield in for the Senators. The 1-1 offering. Foul back. Severin struck out the only batter he faced in the 9th. Can he do so here in a big moment? Sets at the belts. The pitch. Bouncer to third will get over the head of Guy, and Alexandria walks it off. They're winners from Frank Mann, 3-2. Your final. J.P. Peltier, the hero, as they storm him with water out in right field. Senators fought hard in this one. Was 2-2 going into extras. And a walk-off win for the Aces. I'll be back with you tomorrow evening as the Senators once again head on the road to play the DC Grays at 5 p.m. from Prince George's Community College. Hope you can join us again tomorrow evening, but until then, we say so long from Frank Mann. I've been Cody Wagner. Hope you have a great night. 3-2 your final. Aces the victors.